Hi guys, it's Nancy here, and I am back with my Hey Little Magpie blog post for this month, and these are the videos that coordinate with it. And what I'm just showing you in this video is the tag embellishments that I made for my blog post. My blog post this month is using pre-made by me embellishments, and then using them to make really quick scrapbooking pages. I am using mainly the new Shimelle True Stories collection, but I am also using some of her original collection, which I think is just called Shimelle. So that is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be basing them on two different size tags, and these were both cut using my Tim Holtz tag die. It's the only Tim Holtz die that I've actually kept, but I really do like the size of those tags. So what I'm going to be doing is just using an assortment of these bits and pieces that I've cut out. These Polaroid frames are from one of the 12x12 papers. I have some border strips. I have some of the camera small pieces, which are from her original collection, but I also have some of her glittery film strip paper, which I really love. And then I'm using silver for my embellishments, because her True Stories collection is using silver as the metallic rather than the gold, which is very kind of in at the moment. So as you've seen me do many times before if you follow my videos, what I like to do is to cut out a load of embellishments, kind of make a few piles of them and have them in front of me, and then start making my tags. This is a similar thing as I've done to my blog post last month, where I made the embellishments for my album, my little mini album, before I made it. And as I said, I like to do little tasks like this, like making these tags when we're maybe not in the mood to necessarily do a scrapbook page, or I don't have any photos but I want to do something creative. And so what I'll do is I'll sit and I'll make these embellishments, and then I can just store these easily, and when I want to make a page they're there and ready. And I would say all the pages that I made using these embellishments probably took me less than 25 minutes. I'm not one for speed scrapping or anything like that, or worrying about how long it takes me, because there's a hobby after all. But yeah, I really wanted to kind of have these sort of ready to go, and I've actually used them to tail off quite a few of the photos I had left from my American hour as well, so they actually came together really, really well. So all you're going to be seeing me doing here is actually just clustering up those layers. I do apologise that I'm off frame a little bit for some of this. I had zoomed my camera in, but then forgot that I'd zoomed my camera in. So what I'm doing is making sure when I make my embellishments that I have embellishments that are both left facing and right facing. And when I stick my elements down on the tags, I'm not necessarily using like lots of glue on them, so I can lift up layers and things to put on. And at the end of the day, I think on one of my layouts I did end up ripping the tag apart and kind of moving it about because it wasn't suiting what I wanted. And I'm not really afraid to do that. As I said, it's only paper, and if I muck it up then I can make another one. So all I'm doing here is just creating a series of layers on these tags, and you know, they've got sort of 3 or 4 different layers on here, and that just means that I can easily pick them up and add them on. So you're just going to see me here, and I am going to speed this up a little bit more now, just so you don't have to spend ages watching me go through this. So as I said, I have used some of the older Shimelle collection, and from that I've used the dies. You saw me using the globe die, but I also have from that the little banner with the heart cut out, and I'm using both the negative heart and sort of that positive banner strip. I really love this film strip paper, and actually worked really, really well for some of the layouts that I've got planned coming up. There is also a very bright floral piece within her new collection, and I have got some of those florals out to use up as well, and that did bring in a little hint of red, but I mainly tried to stick with the teal and the yellow and the silver, that little bit of navy chucked in, because I wanted to kind of make sort of concentrate on using those colours and sort of challenge myself. Especially using the teal and the yellow is not something I've actually used too much of as a colour combination, so you're going to see a few of the layouts coming up of me using that. I will put the link down below to the blog post where you can go over and see all the layouts that I've made, but I will be posting these up over the course of the next week to show you the layouts that I've actually made. When this video is up, if everything has gone according to plan, then this should be up for you, and I'm actually going to be in the States when this is up, so no doubt I'll be taking hundreds more pictures that you'll be seeing me scrap in the future. As I said, I do really apologise that I am off frame for some of this, but I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing here, just building up those layers. I did use the silver paper, the silver glittery paper, to make the hole reinforcers for the tags, because I felt that just added a little bit in, and as I said, that is just actually some really cheap silver glitter paper. I'm kind of run quite low of my pound glitter paper now. I haven't actually been able to find some kind of like reasonable pound glitter paper, and I really like that pound glitter paper as well because it doesn't kind of shed, and that sort of cheap glitter paper that I had there also doesn't shed, so that's really good. So this one I'm going more sort of with a red theme, and I'm just building it up there and creating little bits of layers and sticking those little Polaroid frames underneath as well. And so I really like how these all came out, and as I said, they are really pretty simple layering, and I'm just using a variety, and I did mainly think about using these in a travel themed way, even though I have sneaked some coffee cups in there because she has got some really cute coffee cup papers. And I don't think I mentioned it, but a lot of these elements I cut from the 6x6 paper pad because it is that smaller size, and so that does mean that you kind of get that nice variety. Those strips that you can see there at the top of the image are actually from a large 12x12 piece of paper that is full of like these little word, they're kind of like the tiny type, but they're actually words, and I've just cut them out. I would say the wording on them is a little bit weird, not weird, but they're kind of more kind of inspirational kind of things, which wouldn't maybe necessarily go with what I was going for, but I found quite a few that worked, and I just cut a couple of, I think I cut about 3 or 4 rows of those up because, as I said, there's a kind of a full 12x12 sheet of those. This tag is a little bit different. Rather than building the cluster out, I built it up, and again using that glittery film strip paper, and I really like, as I said, how this came together. And I think I've got like a couple that are still in my stash, which I'm actually going to try and use up because I didn't end up using all of them. So here you can see the tags I made. So I made 4 or 5 smaller ones and then 2 of the larger ones. So here are some close-up images, and I'll be back with some videos using them later this week. Thank you very much, guys.